guys, Props FPV here from Multi-Rotor Insanity. This week just gone, I was having a look at some new frames. I want to do a new build, so I wanted a new frame to do it with. Don't get me wrong, I love the Chameleon. Armattan, Chris and the team there at Armattan have done a fantastic job with both the Chameleon and their Rooster, which just got released, and also then soon to be released Chameleon TI, which looks interesting. The other frame that I regularly fly is the Banshee Gojira, and Ward and his team have made a killer frame there. But I wanted something different, so I decided to ask myself, well, what would I like in a frame? And first and foremost, I came up with, I want something that has a warranty, 5-star service, so that basically if I break something, I can claim the warranty and get back in the air as soon as I can, as soon as possible. As well as that, it allows you to push the limits a little bit. This is why I like the Chameleon so much, is that I'm not afraid to break something. All I have to do is pay the shipping and I get the replacement parts. Now, secondly, I wanted something that was nice, neat and functional. People who know me know that with my builds I'm a little bit OCD, so things have to be there for a reason, and the builds have to be neat and, like I said, functional. So that was the second thing. And the third thing is, I know this might sound a little bit vain, but I like flying something that other people don't have. So by that I mean I like flying something different, and I like not necessarily something that someone's seen out in the field before, and I like having people come up to me and wanting to see a new product, wanting to see what I'm flying. They come up to me and say, I haven't seen one of those before, can I have a look? It's a good feeling, and I like informing people of new products out there. And lastly, I also am looking at doing some racing this year, so I was looking for something that could both double as a race and a freestyle quad. And that's what led me to the Neato frames. Hope I pronounced that right. The Neato frames have a warranty system on theirs, and I like some of the designs, and the design I selected from their frames was the Fastback. The Fastback doesn't have a warranty on the entire frame. The arms are excluded, but it still allows you to have some peace of mind. So let's go to the bench and I'll go through what you get in the pack. Okay, here we have all the parts for the Neato Fastback. Now, you firstly get a foam cushion for your battery, so that you don't damage your battery when mounting it. 2 sandwich plates for the main body of the quad. It also has lots of little cutouts for things like zip ties and such. This is one of the reasons why I decided on this frame. It has a lot of little functional bits and pieces that we'll go into later on. You get your arms. These are 5mm arms, and I thought this was a nice touch. You get 5 arms, so you have a spare, and the carbon looks good, and they get mounted under or between these two plates, top and bottom plates. Now this canopy, this is their race canopy. It is not TPU, it's a slightly stiffer material called TPE. Now it's very flexible, but if I say put it there and try and push on it, it is, as you can see, I'm putting quite a bit of pressure on it. It is very, very solid, so it should give some very good protection to all the internals. Now, not only with this, they've got their race canopy, but they've also got a GoPro canopy. This I purchased extra with the frame. This is a 30 degree. They have a 30 degree and a 40 degree made out of TPE as well. Okay, so that might be an option that you would like to go as well. Now, also back on the arms, they also have the option of having 4mm arms, and you can get it in a True X, a Stretched X, or what they call a dead cat. Now, I'm not sure, 100% sure what format that is in. It might be a H format, but with the 5mm arms, the frame weight is 108 grams, and with the 4mm arms it is 96 grams, and this is a 210mm motor to motor. Now back on the parts, you also then have your mounting hardware. Now as you can see, there's not that much mounting hardware. You have a grand total of 8 bolts for 17mm and for 13mm. You've got 5 hex nuts here, which actually slot into these holes here and lock the arms in. 5 because you've been sent 5 arms. And then finally you've got your lock nuts, which are both for top and bottom. So not a lot of mounting hardware there. Okay, then you've got your camera mounts. You get sent 2. These are TPE. Oh, sorry, these are TPU, not TPE. So these are the softer material, a lot of give. This frame is made for the micro and the mini. So the micro and the mini, it's made to sit inside the canopy for the most protection, but you can use a full-size camera as well. It'll just protrude outside of the canopy a little. Okay, then you have your stack plate. This is made for mounting your VTX receiver, anything else that you need inside the canopy, the stack. And also you get a pretty sturdy looking rubberized Velcro strap. It is only single stitched, I think. Let me just check. Oh no, it's double stitched, but so yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that holds up. But that in total is the Neato Fastback, a very simplistic frame, but like I said, with all these little cutouts, it has the potential to be very functional, which was one of my points. Now I'm not going to do a build video on this. You can check out Justin Skinner's videos. He's one half of Neato Frames. He does a very thorough 7-part build on these frames, on the Fastback, and I'll leave a link for it down below, so check those out if you're interested in these frames. But apart from that, I'll just put it together, and yeah, then we'll go through some of the added extras that I like about this frame. And just before I go anywhere, this statement here is the first thing you see when you open up the box containing your new frame. It's a support and feedback statement from Nick and Justin that actually is asking for the community, the people who fly their frames, to help them improve them. Now, this is a very good incentive to put in the box, because it actually states that if your improvements or your suggestions are implemented into their frames, that you will get the updated frame for helping them improve free of charge. So great incentive for the community to get involved, and the people who fly their frames to get involved in improving their designs. So let's get to the build. Okay, here we have the finished product of the Neato frame. It took me less than 10 minutes to put this together, and as you can see, it only has 8 bolts, 4 going down through the frame and 4 coming up through the frame to hold the canopy on. It also has this nice drop down section in the middle to lower your stack, lower the center of gravity, but in all a nice looking little frame, very simplistic, like I keep on saying. And here it is with the race canopy on it, if I can get it. There we go. That's the race canopy. And we also have the GoPro canopy. Okay, now don't forget to check out Justin Skinner's 7-part series on how to build this frame from start to finished, as well as his PID tunes. Everything's in there. I'll leave a link in the comments below, but apart from that, I can't wait to build this little thing. So stay tuned. This is Props FPV of Multi-Rotor Insanity saying fly safe.